Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to the channel. This channel is shared and run by two twin sisters, so I'm gonna be your host today, Star. And I want to just say really quickly before the video starts, thank you so much for the support on the last video that I posted, which was the stealing the AI art video, because it literally done it done better than I expected it to. I was really hoping that it was gonna get to 1K, but it has slowed down a little bit. But regardless, I'm really happy with where it's at. So thanks for the support. Thanks for all the subs. My sister and I really we appreciate it. And yeah, anyways, let's start the video. So as you've seen from the title, I'm going to be drawing my OCs in spring seasonal clothing. I've done this twice now. Last year I did summer and I also did fall. I don't remember if fall I ever actually made it into a video. I remember not liking the drawings, so I know I posted it on social media. I just don't know if I actually made it into a video. So yeah, we have that. And spring, I'm filming this, or I'm doing the audio of this, and literally I finished one of the drawings this morning before I started the audio, June 17th, and hopefully I'm able to get the video out the same day. But summer starts, spring ends on the 20th, and so I wanted to get this out as quickly as possible. It was supposed to come out last week, Thursday I believe, because I've been doing this 30-day challenge, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later, because spoiler alert, I already failed it. I failed the challenge. So yeah, anyways, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, I knew I wanted to get this out as quickly as possible because I wanted to fit, I wanted to appropriately fit the season. And since we're still in spring technically, I wanted this to come out now. Anyway, so I did two Vanessas. I did two drawings of Vanessa, and that was supposed to be what the video for last week was going to be. Usually when I do this, I like to do the three, what I would consider the three main OCs of this world, which is Elijah. He's definitely number one. And then Jonas and Vanessa. I would say Vanessa is maybe the second. She's not the second important OC, but she's the one that has the second most storyline in this world. But Jonas is also equally as important with her because he ends up in a relationship with Elijah at the end of the story. And so it's all three of them are there. But really, if it only needs to be two, it would be Elijah and Vanessa. I feel bad saying that. But yeah, anyways, that's that. And I talked a little bit about this world and the OCs in the AI art video because the characters I created from that are going to be put into this world. So here for Vanessa, she's a fashion designer or inspiring fashion designer. That's what she's studying at this college. I like to have the characters be somewhat in a more creative I guess major. And I talked about that in the other video. I mean, I guess they can minor in business and communication and marketing and stuff like that, but I wanted to be a little bit more creative. So writing, dance, theater, art, stuff like that, athletics, things of that sort. So I started the piece in Clip Studio Paint. I really didn't like it. I think it might have just been the brush size and everything that was throwing me off. So when working when working on the piece, what am I saying? I think I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I remember now. So I worked on it in Clip Studio Paint. Didn't really like how it was looking. I could have definitely just changed the brush size or just the brush entirely because I think it was the brush that was throwing me off. But I put it into Procreate instead, and I just used my typical brush that I liked. On Clip Studio Paint, I did it with a what do you call it? A 3D model on Clip Studio Paint. And then I brought it into Procreate, relined it, and then used that as a base to draw it on Procreate. And I try to match it as perfect as possible because typically how I've drawn Vanessa in the past, and I'll probably put a picture on the screen here. She's definitely, I feel like she has been thinner in the past, so I'm trying to fill her out a little bit. So I was using that as a basis to draw the second piece, and I was originally gonna just have both of the Vanessas together just like this, and then I was like, oh wait, no, because I pushed the video back because it's supposed to come out last week, I was like, oh, you know what, I can also now fit Elijah and Jonas in, since typically when I do these videos, or typically when I do these seasonal, drawing my OCs in the seasonal clothing, it's usually all three. Kind of, because I did draw a fall, a Vanessa outfit for fall last year, but I just didn't like it, so I never posted it. But anyways, that's besides the point. I was like, I need the trio here. And so I ended up drawing Elijah and Jonas at the end. And plus, it's Pride Month, and I was like, it's been a while since I've actually drawn them together. And so it just like everything aligned, and it was fitting to ensure that I also drew them here. So we have that as well. Anyways, yeah, so the 30-day challenge. So I mentioned in the vlog that I posted last week, Wednesday, I think, yeah, that I was doing this 30-day challenge where I posted on a social media account for 30 days straight, or for an entire month straight. So if that month was 31 days, then it would be 31 days, but June is 30 days, I believe, right? So it was only gonna be 30 days in June. I already failed the challenge. I didn't even make it 2 weeks, which is upsetting, but it was like early Saturday morning, so like it was like 12:40 in the morning or something like that, and I was like, oh shoot, I didn't post Friday night, or just like Friday entirely. I went out Friday, and then when I came back, I was gonna post, but then the internet was down, and so I was like, okay, it wasn't working to post, and so I was like, I was gonna do it later. So then I took a nap, and then after taking a nap, I continued these drawings into right when I went to bed at like 12 in the morning. And then I was like, oh shoot, I never went back to actually post for the day. And I don't know why. Maybe because I was tired, so I was gonna take a nap, but I could have just easily like used my data to post, but I was just like, okay, yeah, I'll do it later, and then I just never did it later. And so I failed the challenge. At first I was gonna just still continue it, and then at the end of the month I was gonna do a video that was like, oh, posting for 30 days, like, what did I learn, how was the experience, here's everything that I posted. And I was just gonna mention that video like, oh, I missed a day. But then I was like, oh well, you already failed the challenge, like, why continue it? So I don't know. I think I'm gonna definitely try to do it again. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I just need more prep time. I actually like the idea of doing stuff in real time, because I feel like that's the point of like any challenge, like when people do like Inktober-esque challenges like in October or something like that, right? It's like kind of the point to draw in real time, but also at the same time you don't have to. You can prep your stuff beforehand. So that's why before the month even started, I had sketches of stuff beforehand for videos that was supposed to go out later. And I was still on the track of doing it. It's just that if my internet wasn't down and I wasn't so tired, I would still like be on track with everything, because I already pushed this video for this week, which was fine. I just flipped things around, so I'm still putting this video out because I wanted to go out before summer starts. But yeah, anyways, that's I already failed the challenge. But at the same time, like, I'm not upset about it. It's like something that I put onto myself, and you know, I'm just acknowledging that it didn't work out, but at the same time I want to do it again. So yeah, anyways, let's move on and get back into the artwork here. So yeah, this video is really, really short, but I drew Vanessa. I really liked it. I gave her like yellow thing. I remember talking about in the AI video that I like assigning my characters specific colors, but at the same time I know that like I'm not gonna put them in a box, because it will get boring really fast. And so for the first drawing of Vanessa, I did like the yellowish outfit, and I feel like that's very spring, like yellow, white, maybe anything like cottagecore creamy colors comes to mind for spring. But then I also know that like Vanessa's signature color is like pink, or pink leaning into purplish, and so I drew her an outfit that I found on Pinterest. For each of my characters I have a Pinterest board for them, and then for stuff like this where I want specific seasonal clothing, I have like a section of the Pinterest board just dedicated to that season alone. And so I found this outfit. I don't know if it's giving spring or summer, or if it's giving like Christmas, winter, ballet performance, because that's what it was giving to me, but I still liked it a lot that I wanted to draw it, and so I did. And then moving on to Elijah and Jonas. I love these guys so much. I'm really working on this story because I'm determined to make it into a web comic. I've been determined to do a comic for years now, but Recently I did 2 romance stories. One was 5 chapters, another one was 6 chapters. I think the 6 chapters one was 27 pages, and then the 5 chapter one was 19 pages. And there were these short romance stories. One of them was like a Groundhog Day loop situation story, and then the other one was like trapped in a dream, trapped in a town, no escape story. So there was like some magical supernatural realism going on. And I was like, oh my god, I can turn this into a webcomic because they're easily done. But I didn't want to design new characters. And so I was like, let me do one that's for Elijah and Jonas, not with magical anything. Because I tend to write fantasy stuff. Because like their universe takes place in the real world. And so I'm working through that. It's a lot harder. Because the other 2, I knocked those out. One of the stories I did in 3 days. And the other story I did in like 4 hours. So it's a lot harder to just not include any fantasy elements, surprisingly. And so it's like I need to like have the stakes be just like typical normal stuff. So I'm working through that, but I'm really hoping that I can do something with it. But I'm liking that I'm drawing my OCs a lot more, because then it'll get me more into the habit to understand their design and then draw them when the time comes. So for Elijah and Jonas, I did a background because I saw this picture on Pinterest of this like model standing in a background thing, and I was like, oh, that's cute. And I wanted to always try and ensure that like I have a background for these, like for character stuff, because I just tend to just draw them on solid colors anyway. So whenever I get the chance, I want to do it. And so I did them here, and it wasn't until near the end that I was like, oh shoot, like, you know, let me put some like very obvious pride elements in here, because like it's given the month and given their couple status. So Elijah is bi, and then Jonas on the right is gay, and they meet in college. Elijah's younger. I'm always going back and forth if he's younger by a year or younger by 2 years. He's always been younger by 2 years, but now that I'm writing the story, I think I changed it to he's younger by a year. So we'll see if that changes. And they're in their signature color. Elijah's signature is green, so he has the green shirt. I wish I actually added green more into the outfit, like maybe in the shoes, but I like that they're kind of matching with the blue pants. They both have white undershirts under, and then like the grayish what do you call it, like gray shoes, right? And then I just did like, they kind of like dyed bits and pieces of their hair. So Elijah has like blue tips at the end, and then Jonas would have like streaks of red. I don't know, because, and then I don't know, I feel like I was like, oh, it's kind of boring, so I was like, oh, maybe let me make it look like they're taking a picture, or a picture was taken of them, or they had a tripod and they took a picture of themselves. I don't know, or they're about to take the picture, right? Because that's what it would look like if you're about to take the picture. So yeah, anyways, that's the drawing, and here's all the lovely drawings that are included in this video. I really like how they all turned out. I'm very happy with them. And let me know your thoughts down below. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot. Jen and I see you in another video. Have an amazing day. Stay safe, stay cool. Peace. Bye guys.